Hello and welcome, my cute and fluffy M&Ms. How you doing this wonderful day? It's your friend Chris here. I know, I'm being extra nice to you guys today, calling you M&Ms and cute and fluffy instead of something really weird. Yeah, it's because it's Christmas Eve, and that means, well, if you're watching this on the day I release it, it's Christmas Eve, and that means I've got extra cheer to spread around to you guys and in the game, and of course, I've got a big video for you guys planned here. Today, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, we're going to try and go for 4 Tack Zones on the screen at the same time. Now, what's really interesting about this is that Tack Zones are very powerful overall. I mean, you gotta buff them, though, to make them really, get that extra goodness. Like, if you don't buff them, they're just a normal tower. They're, something that's good, it's fun to have, but they're not gonna be crazy compared to the other towers. But if you truly start to, get the buffing down, and you buff these Tack Zones to the absolute max, they get really powerful. And one of the most ridiculous aspects of the Tack Zone is that he pairs really well with one hero in particular. Gwendolyn's okay, don't get me wrong, but Pat is the man. He is the guy to go for if you're going for Tack Zone. He has one very particular thing that he does. He has a scream. He has this really terrifying, evil scream of a thing, and it's scary. I know it is, but it's also very scary for the Bloons, because it makes our Tack Zones that much more powerful. And I don't know about how you guys feel about this, but dude, I am always down for some super duper powerful Tack Zone action. So, I think the most powerful Tack Zone you can get is obviously overclocking them a little bit, getting your Alchemist going, but then popping Pat in there as well, getting so much extra damage out of your towers, it's literally unbelievable. So I figured 1 Tack Zone and 1 Pat is insane enough, but 4 Tack Zones, 4 screaming, terrifying Pats? Oh my goodness gracious, this is going to be insane. So I'm kind of just jumping through the map here, jumping through the games here. I'm already in round 66 here. We're going to get those 4 Tack Zones very soon for you guys. And then we're going to just kind of talk about why they're so good and how we can get more powerful and show you the true power of these guys. So this is going to require a little bit of money involved, right? I think we're all in the same boat here. Money is, sadly, fairly important for us. So to make all of this happen, we're going to have to get a little bit of farm action going on in here. So everybody's kind of got their own little pocket of farms over here. Kind of. I mean, I'm sort of the bottom left pocket, and then the guy next to me is got his druid army of bank druids. I don't even know druids work with banks. I never used it before. Cool combo, though. Honestly, the most efficient farming, I think, if you do it properly. But that's kind of a sidestep. We like the money and everything, but really we want to focus on getting the Tack Zones. That is the main entree for you guys to end up indulging in today. Alright, I know that sounds a little gross. I'm sorry. I know the ASMR with Chris doesn't always work the way you want it to. Double Tack Zone army. Alright, let's go. Triple Tack Zones, baby! And there they go. You can see the true difference. Going from just 3rd tiers to 4th tiers. So first of all, I would say that we were doing a great job with actually just 4th tier Tack tiers. This is the jump to 5th tier. We were doing a great job with those sad little 4th tiers. They were like $3 grand a pop. It's like nothing. Jumping up to this $24,000 upgrade here. We better see a big difference. And let me tell you, this is round 80. We see a big difference. That Zone, my God, stood no chance against this Tack army. If you have 1 Tack Zone and you quadruple it to the 4 Tack Zones, I mean, is it even a zone anymore, or is it just Tack Haven? I don't know. What's worse than a zone? I can't even. Calzone is pretty. Well, calzones aren't bad. Calzones are delicious. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just mixing myself up over here, but I really like the idea of getting these guys up and seeing kind of how far we can go, seeing what we can do, just seeing if this is even a reasonable strategy to try to actually commit to when we try this. So we're getting a little bit of lag here. This is one problem that I had, is lag obviously in co-op is still kind of there. There's not very much you can do about it. It just exists, and you can try to sort of combat it a little bit here and there, but almost no matter what, you're going to fight some lag in here. We're able to combat it most of the game, But right around 90 to 100, sadly the spot that I want to show you guys the most, we are going to see some lag here. And by the way, if you guys do want to end up playing with me here, I'm kind of inviting you guys to come play with me every once in a while. The way that I do it is I invite you guys on Discord. I'm going to be doing this more often in the coming days, maybe in coming weeks, except for, I shouldn't say coming days, because I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'm going on vacation, guys. If you don't know this, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to try and get all my videos done for you guys in the next 16 hours or so, because I'm leaving in about 16 hours. Yeah, I know, it's kind of a wild, wild thing to think about, but it is what it is. I'm leaving to go to Texas, if you guys don't know. I do this every year. I think I've done it every year for the past like 5 years or so. So it's been a wild ride, maybe 4 years. It's been a wild ride, but we go and visit Amanda's family here in Texas, and just kind of celebrate Christmas. And you know, I find it to be really, really fun. So I am excited. It's like weird. It's like it is a vacation, but it's not a vacation at the same time. You know, like, I'm not going anywhere super fancy. Like Texas isn't. You know, I'm just going to like another house. You know, it's like it is a vacation, but it's not. I still have to do all the work right beforehand, so it doesn't feel like I'm really getting de-stressed or something like that. You know, and then I got to come back, and I'm like, I'm already freaking behind, guys. I'm already behind. I need to hop back into this. So, anyways, this is the Tack Zone Army. Which this is around 95. I mean, this is like big, crazy DDTs coming in here, and they walk in like 2 inches and they're dead. They don't even want to peek their head out, and they're dead. They know it too. They walk in here, they're knowing they're gonna die, and they do it anyways. I feel a little bit bad for them, to be straight with you guys. I do. I feel a little bit bad for these Bloons. Like, you know, I was actually listening to this World War I podcast. He was talking about how, you know, basically, you know, in trench warfare, they'd be like, all right, go, capture the trench. And they'd be like, well, what? Yeah, like wave 1, go, capture the trench. And they'd be like, oh, okay, I guess we're going to go have to capture the trench. And then then you just watch, and the guy dies. And you're like, oh, crap, that sucked. Well, send wave 2, go, go, go. Go ahead, capture the trench. And you're just like, no. And if you're in wave 3, I mean, like, do you go? Or do you just end up getting killed by the people that are in your own trench, just saying, you know, if you don't go, you're going to die, we're going to shoot you in this trench. So it's like, what do you do? It's like, die or die. There's really no winning. You know, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I would like to think that I would fight back or something like that, or try to get people on my side to like fight back, like fight against the own war that you're in. It's ridiculous. But I feel bad for these Bloons. They're in the same situation. It's like, oh, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, oh, we keep losing. Let's get bigger waves. Send out round 99, 100, dude. 101, let's keep going bigger. We need to go bigger. We need more Bloons to die. You know, it's like, oh my god, it's so sad. It's so sad. So here's round 100, a very, very good test for us. Let's see what we can do, my friends. Round 100. Bad balloon. No problem. Now keep in mind, these Pats, since we've had them almost the entire game here, they really haven't been doing all that much. They're only like level 10 at this point. They're like they're not garbage Pats, but they're not superhero Pats. They're just kind of in the middle there. So you guys are gonna hopefully, man, you guys are gonna see Super Pat coming in here pretty soon with some level 20 Pats, and we're going to start to actually make these guys more powerful. So there are very many ways you can make these guys more powerful. Obviously, the Perma-Brew, which actually already has happened, by the way. The Perma-Brew is in the top right corner, so it already is Perma-Brewed. Should like to point that out there. And then you got to start getting the overcharges happening. I know that people say they're not called overcharges, but I'm going to call them overcharges forever because I like the name. It sounds cool. It makes sense, you know, like you're overcharging the tower, like more powerful than it should be. I'm not like, what was it? I don't even know what the real name is. I just got used to Overcharge, dude. And then we're getting our Pats up, so we need a lot of money to make this all happen. We're basically, once you see a blue scar Pat, you know, we got a little 20 Pat right there. And I know that's exciting. I'm clapping. I'm clapping over here. I'm so excited, guys. Now we got level 20 Pats. We got 10 times overclocked attack shooters, or getting to 10 times overclocked attack shooters. And we're going to get all the Pats like that, on top of the 3rd tier Monkey Village, which, by the way, 4th and 5th tier Monkey Villages don't do much for us. They do something, but they don't do much. I'm not really sure if I think it's even worth it to get a 4th or 5th tier. Not really. I mean, if you really want to, I guess. not going to hate you for it, but it's not really something that I personally would want to do. So, the Tack Zones, dude, it literally, it's hard to tell how unbelievably powerful these guys truly are, but we're on around 110 with 8 towers basically popping everything and popping everything no problem. I think that's the biggest issue here. Like, not just like, oh, we're barely defending, let's get them more powerful. Like, we're not even, there's not even a chance these balloons are going through. I mean, if I was going to go to late game here, I'd be building Apache Dark Ships and Apache Primes and tons of ninjas and combining them up with some super monkeys and maybe even thinking about getting a temple at this point just to be able to defend around 111. 4 Tack Zones, dude. 4 Tack Zones, 4 Pats, ownage sauce. And that's why we are so good. Why the strategy is so good. I don't know. Will you guys ever actually use a strategy like this in co-op or like think it out? I don't know. I like to think that people would. Maybe this is more of just an entertainment type of thing where you guys don't really care what I'm doing. You'll never actually use it. You just kind of want to see the ridiculousness that is possible in the game. That is a thing that's definitely I think about here. But that's why I try to jump through it instead of trying to like show you guys how to do it. You know, you guys don't want to see how to do it. If you want to see how to do it, you'll figure it out yourself. But if you really just want to see the true power here, well, enjoy it, my friends. Enjoy it a lot. So eventually what we're going to do is we're going to get some sentry bots flowing in here. The sentry bots are going to be on all the Pats, and all the Pats are just going to always be roaring and or hugging things. I know, it's weird, right? He gets angry, but then he hugs. He hugs you so hard that you die. So I don't really know how I feel about that. Anyways, we jump to around 130 over here. You can see we're still having no issues. At this point, with level 20 Pats, though, you get a lot of stunning action. You guys haven't realized by now, lots and lots of stunning action. So DDTs coming in, BFBs, oh my god, it doesn't matter what's coming in here. We tap them into the ground. They done. Tack Zones do their job, which is, believe it or not, to do anything. They can pop Moabs, they can pop, what I find cool is they do have lead popping power. Automatic lead popping power, so you don't have to get a middle path village here to pop these guys. They shoot out so many tacks that you can even pop bad balloons with no issues whatsoever, which I think is probably the most phenomenal thing about them. Usually bad balloons are kind of like the hardest thing for us to pop. You know, BFBs, DDTs, you could always get primary random towers to stun them or do some stuff over there, but you can't get enough to pop bad balloons. So I just found this to be the most interesting aspect of them by far. And this isn't where we're going to end up losing. We're going to go even further, my friends. I know, it's exciting. We're gonna move past round 130. We're going to jump. Guess what round? All right, got about like 30 seconds to decide what round you think we're going to make it to with these Tack Zones before we end up losing. And I think part of the reason that we're going to end up losing here, I should mention, is the fact that lag starts to take over. All right, lag is anybody's worst enemy. Which, by the way, if you guys are enjoying content like this, make sure you press that like button for me. I do really, really appreciate that. I know it's weird to see this kind of stuff, and I don't know if you guys are even enjoying it all that much, but one way you can tell me that you do like this content or like these types of videos is just by pressing that like button for me. So here you go. You can really see the lag going. We got like a bunch of sentry bots all in the corner there. I don't even know why we have 6 of them, but we do. DDTs are starting to get a little bit wild, but actually the struggle is I think Pat's starting to hit the wrong balloons. He isn't able to aim fast enough to smack the DDTs out of the way. Not sure if that's like partially lag or not, but like that's pretty insane, you know? Pat's too slow. He's too fat. He's too fat. I know. It's weird. But we end up succumbing to around 173. Now this is with, again, just like 8, 9 towers. All right, 4 Pats, 4 Tacks. If you want to include the support village, feel free. But like, dude, 8 towers is going to take us to around 173. That is straight up insane. Oh, maybe the perma brew. Maybe 10. All right, sentry bots, they don't count. That's just a lazy man's way out. But anyways, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you press that like button for me. We are going to die around 173. These bad balloons are too powerful. Actually, the DDTs inside were too powerful. And that's how we're going to end up losing here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And, of course, have a super-duper delicious day.